Whew, I am burnt out. You know it is, the holistic guy. Been here, I'm making that move from Cali to Miami. But, no matter what, brand new dramatic client testimony every single day, and I leave the names in them so you can verify they're real. Let me go ahead and post one. Yeah, I got so many props and outfits and stuff as I'm packing. I'm like, oh, I forgot about this one. But yeah, had to throw up the testimonials. You know what it is. All they did was get the bundle, click the link in the bio, or click this link on the screen to get that. And then I like to give y'all some motivation too. I know I kind of talked about it yesterday, showing y'all the throwback videos, but let's talk a little more. So like y'all hear me talk about, like 2 years ago, I was pretty much broke. I was living with a chick I didn't really like that much, but I needed a place to stay. Right? Because my ex-wife had divorced me because she wanted to have kids. I didn't want to have kids. And I wanted to focus on recording videos. And she felt I should have been working more overtime. So I said, okay, well, I got this dream and I'm going to make it work. So she divorced me. So I moved in with a chick. Didn't really like that much, but she had a little bit of bread and a place to stay. I was about to be homeless because my wife had just up and moved from my apartment. And I couldn't pay the rent. So they were about to kick me out. I was thinking about how I'm going to sleep in my car and just shower at the gym. I was working out at the time. You know what I mean? And then I linked up with my mentor. He flew me out to LA because he had seen some of the knowledge I had and figured that he could help me out and I could help him out by pretty much working for him. So I was his driver, sleeping on his couch, sleeping in his car sometimes, like watching him go shopping on Rodeo at Versace. I'm just in the car because I'm like, I can't afford anything in there. And then I'm like, all right, plus while you're in there shopping, I'm gonna set in your car and I'm gonna record a bunch of videos and stuff like that because I know these videos is gonna make an impact on a lot of people and it's gonna make an impact on my life also. So I just focused and to go from that 2 years ago to now here I am. August 7th will be 2 years in Hollywood, California. So to go from that to where I am now and the money I've accumulated now and the way my business is up and so many people I've helped along the way, like it's just crazy. Like just don't, literally, I say it all the time, just don't stop, don't care what people think. That's like the biggest thing I can tell you is don't stop, don't care what people think, and accumulate as much knowledge as possible. If somebody else has knowledge on something you want, pay them for that knowledge. Do whatever, get a loan, pay them for that. Like literally that's all I did is get bad loans and pay people for knowledge that I needed to take my life next level. That's it. Like, cause I come from all the stuff y'all are doing, like working in warehouses, hating my boss, hating overtime, hating being told when I can go on vacation, hating to be told when I gotta eat lunch and when I can't, all that, like working in gyms, like doing just stuff. I hate it. You know what I mean? And working all this overtime, and the most I had ever made with all the overtime. 1 year I worked like a crazy amount of overtime. After taxes, the most I had made was like $38,000. I'm like, yo, I've been busting my ass. I'm sweating. My back's hurting. Doing all this overtime, mandatory overtime. And all I made was $38,000 this year. And I'll keep it real with y'all. I can make $38,000 in a weekend now. Like, that happens. So that just is a testament. Like, yo, just stay focused. Don't let this stress throw you off track. When you're stressed, all right, you're stressed, keep moving. Just keep moving. So don't ever be that person that's like, it must be nice. It must be nice to pay your mom's bills. It must be nice to be able to travel the world. It must be nice to be able to drive this car. Must be nice to be able to live in this city. Like I was never the must be nice. I'm like, okay, he's doing it. There's another human being just like me that lives, breathes, walks just like me. If he can do it, I can do it. So he has that car. I want that car. He lives here. That means I can live here. He's pays for his mom's bills. I can do that. All that happened. All that happened. Right? Because you meditate on it, you manifest it, but you don't manifest it, you materialize it. Because you can meditate all you want. If you don't materialize what you're manifesting, then you're doing something wrong. You're not being disciplined enough. You have to be very, very disciplined. Don't get it twisted. Y'all see the stuff now? Like I showed y'all yesterday, I've been doing videos every day for like 9-10 years straight. That's 9-10 years straight of my friends asking me to go out to the club, me saying no. That's 9-10 years straight of people peer pressure me into doing drugs or doing things that I didn't want to do. And being disciplined. No. What y'all are doing, I don't believe it's right. So, even what I do now, brand new testimonials every single day for over 2 years straight, that takes discipline. Some days I'm out moving and shaking and I'm doing stuff, or I'm on a date, or I'm out the country, and I got to be disciplined. Like, oh, I didn't post one yet today. Discipline. Be disciplined. You can be disciplined, acquire knowledge. You can make things, and don't care what people think. Yeah. Again, many of y'all seen the clip from yesterday. Like, I literally was basically living out of the garage. Like, I didn't have a closet. There was no room in the closet for me. I was in the garage just getting that's where all my shoes, all my clothes were. I just stayed in there and locked in and just did videos because I was living with someone I didn't really like, but I didn't have that much money. So, you know, in my head, I'm like, you know, if I can just lay it down, I can stay around. You know what I mean? Bumming. Like, let's just be real. I was a bummy dude. Like, that's how a lot of us is doing it. You get a chick that got a little bread, that got a place to sleep. You ain't got a place to sleep. So you're like, all right, if I just keep her happy, then she'll keep me around. So that's what I was doing at the time. But while I was doing it, I was also working on my craft. You know what I mean? So that was like 2 years ago. Shit can change, but you got to be disciplined. I'm gonna give you all a breakdown like I've never done it before, right? Because you know I keep it super real with y'all, right? So here's what happened. I was working at a gym. I'm gonna give y'all like my mentors and everything. I was working at a gym, wanted to do fitness, but wasn't making no money. Heard about Brandon Carter, Instagram influencer. I think he goes by King Keto now. He had an online program for mentorship to teach you how to make money being an online coach, right? I was struggling, I was broke. So I'm like, all right, get a bad loan. I applied for like 20 different loans, got denied. Finally got an approval. I think he was charging like $5,000 at the time, probably way more now. So I got the bad loan, paid him the $5,000, crossed my fingers, did that for like 2 years. Didn't really work out for me. Revisited it like 2 years later. And I'm gonna be real. He was like, you gotta pay another 5 stacks. Got another bad loan because I still was broke. Gave him another 5 stacks just to revisit everything that I had already known. And you gotta understand that during these times, I'm also taking in as much free knowledge as possible. I'm constantly YouTubing how to do this, how to do that, how to do this, how to do that. And I'm watching people like Gary Vee, Grant Cardone. I'm just watching anybody like teaching sales, anybody teaching growing online. I'm teaching anybody teaching health, wellness. I'm watching people like KT the Art Degree. I'm watching all the old Dr. Say videos. I'm doing everything I can to expand my mind, right? Then after Brandon Carter, then who's next? Gary Vee. He started talking about TikTok. There's a new app, TikTok. By this time, I'm struggling on YouTube. Instagram's not growing. TikTok came out. I'm like, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to teach while everybody else is dancing because Gary Vee's very adamant about getting on early and it's going to work. Got on early. It started working, but it was slow. So then I found this dude on YouTube, free, Robert Benjamin. He has a whole YouTube channel on how to grow on TikTok. I think now he's doing how to grow on Instagram. So I'm watching all his videos. Every day he's dropping a new video on the algorithm. I'm watching those, taking those in. Then he drops a course. I'm investing, I think, $300. So I'm investing like $300 for the course, learn how to blow up on TikTok. Because Gary Vee, who I listened to, said it. Because I invested in this person's course, Robert Benjamin, who taught me how to do it. It finally blew up. Now my videos finally start working. I finally start making some money from social media. And let me rewind that. Then before those, how I started learning holistic health and stuff like that. Many of y'all may know him, but I won't say his name until his case is settled, which that ain't none of my business. So I think he would understand. That's how I learned a lot of stuff. I learned about holistic healing. He was mentoring me on credit and things like that, fixed my credit for me, all that. For that, I invested $3,000. I got a bet. Actually, I had invested in his stock and crypto course, which allowed me to accumulate money in my bank account so that I had $3,000 in my bank account for the first time ever. As soon as I got $3,000 in my bank account for the first time ever, I gave it to him to fix my credit, which eventually ended up happening. I'm giving y'all everything right now. I'm giving y'all everything. So I did that. Then that's when the TikTok thing, Robert Benjamin, invested with him. And then Derek Grace, you know Derek Grace too, with all the tats on his face and the dreads and the kids with the weapon, all that stuff. Start watching him on marketing, guerrilla marketing, all this stuff. How to get better on social media. Then he came out with a book, How I Made $11 Million in the Pandemic. It's probably on his website now. I believe the book. I'm like, dang, $250 for a book. I think he charges like $1,000 for it now. It was like a sale, flash sale. $250. I'm like, I guess I'm spending $250 on this book. Got the book. That was November of 2021. That was my first month ever making $100,000 one month from a $250 investment from one play that he gave away in that book. Did that. Then my money dropped a little bit. I'm like, how am I ever going to make $100,000 again in a month? And then I heard about Neil Davis I was literally on a flight to DR. because I was celebrating making $100,000 in a month. I was on a flight to DR, and when I go on flights, instead of sleeping and stuff, I download a bunch of videos and podcasts. So I did his interviews on David Shan's podcast, Sleepers for Suckers. In the video, he was teaching how to market yourself online, how to grow your social media following and make money online. I'm like, this dude sounds like he's smart. He said one number in there, and I wrote the number down. As soon as I landed in DR, I got on the phone with a sales team. They said over $50,000. I said, where do I wire the money? Because I had accumulated that much money where I could give that away from all my previous mentors. And then he gave me so many plays to where I can consistently do $100,000 a month. That's the whole break. Who keeps it this real? And again, because I invested in mentors, another thing I will do, another play that I learned from them is now I'll screen record all that. And all that story I just told, which is maybe 10 minutes of talking, I'll turn it into one video, upload it to my YouTube channel, and I'll title it How I Went From $0 to $1 million in 2 years. And then that'll be up on my YouTube. So if y'all want to rewatch this once it disappears, you'll find it on my YouTube. You can probably search that title. And the best part of it is, during that whole 2 years, I posted brand new dramatic client testimonials daily. So I did it off of helping people. The more you help, the more positive energy you put out, the more you get back. A lot of you want something back. You want success in your life. You want this, you want that, but you ain't giving nothing. I wake up every day and I'm like, what can I give to people? What information can I give them to help somebody's life out? What humor can I give somebody to make them laugh today? Give something back. You want. And you ain't giving nothing. You ain't putting nothing out. Then on top of that, you don't ask the universe for it. Right? Matter of fact, you don't tell the universe that you want it because it's already an option. It's already out there. So I wake up every day. I talk to the universe and I say, hey, I know it's already an option. I need this positive energy. Go ahead and bring that thing to my way. Not, please, could you please, pretty please, I'll be good this month. Please, nah. It's already an option. Somebody else already got it. I'll put in enough work. I'm doing the right things. I'm ready. Go ahead and bring it. Come on, let's get it. Okay. Bang, we got it. Cool. What's next? Let's keep it pushing. I'm manifesting it. I'm materializing it. In my head, I already got it. Again, it's already an option. It's going to come. It might not come in the time you want, but it's going to come as long as you keep working. You keep putting the pieces together, right? As long as you keep putting the pieces together, it's going to come. And then you meditate. I solar gaze every evening. So I'm staring directly into the sun and I'm telling myself, I'm going to make $100,000 this month. I remember saying, I'm going to make $10,000 this month. And then next month, 2 months later, now I'm saying, I'm going to make $20,000 this month. 2 months later, I'm going to make $40,000 this month. 2 months later, I'm going to make $80,000 this month. 2 months later, I'm going to make $100,000 this month. 2 months later, I'm going to make $120,000 this month. Like literally telling the universe and speaking to existence. And it happens every time. Like I'll be feeling like, yo, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Because this just keeps working. This is what you got to be a little crazy. Everybody's like real successful that you look up to, they like got to be a little off. I mean, who we look up to? Will Smith. We seen he like a little off. My favorite, Jim Carrey. He's a little off. Donald Trump. Super successful. He's a little off. You know what I mean? And we can keep going. So a lot of people that's like a little off is a good thing. It's not a bad thing to be. Kanye West. He a little off. T-Walk Dog, I'm like a little off. Yo, I want to see some crazy shit. Literally, I just was going on talking to y'all about telling the universe what you want and how you got to be a little off to be special. I literally opened my door, and this is a sticky note on my door. If no one told you today how special and loved you are, well, then this is your confirmation that you are. Sign the universe. Yo, that's wild. What the fuck? That's what I'm talking about. Crazy. Yo, that's some weird stuff. That's weird. Hold up. One of y'all was watching my stories and came to my door like, that was crazy. Like, weird.